We discovered that thriving congregations demonstrate a faithful engagement with the world born out of a commitment to an expanded understanding of Christian practices and sacraments. As we met with our congregations and listened to them tell their stories of the ways they moved through kind of social and economic and congregational and leadership changes in their congregations and moved towards thriving, we often spoke with them about core practice, things like communion and baptism and marriage and other sacraments that are a part of the identity of the church. We talked about practices related to evangelism, teaching, discipleship, worship, and even preaching, and began to discern from them how it was they practiced their faith. And what we found out were there were four things in common among them that demonstrated their commitment to growing an understanding of their Christian practices and use of sacraments. One of the things that we learned was that there was no dilution of what they believed. Rather, there was an attempt to discern how their distinct core beliefs were a part of their identity and their practice. Secondly, we learned that they became welcoming and affirming in their spirit, that they focused on building bridges in ways that would create a spirit of welcome instead of creating barriers or walls that would keep folks out. Third, they moved almost exclusively, they moved to an understanding of the gospel as something that was radically hospitable, that as a radical hospitality that never excluded people. And then last of all, what we saw in common with these churches was a strong emphasis on biblical preaching and a connecting of that proclamation of the word with strong practical application in the church and in the community. And these things all together were a manifestation of these churches continuing to focus on who they understood themselves to be as a Christian congregation, practicing the core beliefs, the core tenets and sacraments of their faith. It's a critical trait among thriving congregations.